Welcome YouTube family, so welcome. Today, moving on from last week's fiery class, I thought I'd give you a nice flowy hip and lower back focused water-based class today, just for a change, all right? So go and get yourself a cushion, something to sit upon, all right? Like the channel, please, so subscribe to the channel, like the video. I would really, really appreciate a comment after the video as well once you've done it, all right? But let's get going, let's sort of flow into our hips. So take your little cushion, bring it underneath your knees and sit back on it. So my ankles are together, my knees are together. Sit back, okay, and then come up a little bit. Take your hands and put them right underneath your booty and lift and widen the flesh of your bottom. And you could even inner spiral your thighs here. This is almost like I have thrown a bucket of water on your lap and where the water would flow. Try and soften there, just stick your bottom out a little bit and your lower back will curve in. All right, bring your hands to your knees and just round through your spine and then look up. So it's like a cat-cow but seated. Let's do this a couple of times. So flow into it and do think water in your head. So no jarring or jolting or sudden movements. Try and be more fluid with yourself today as we move gently and easily. Okay, take an inhale and look up. And an exhale and round through. Beautiful. And then bring your spine to neutral. Flip your palms open. Let's take that Yana Mudra and place it on our laps. Just be easeful at the elbows here as well. So maybe give them a couple of flaps to ease there. Take a big inhale into the side body. Head of your arm bones back. Lift your face. Let's find a fluid quality to our breath as well. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils evenly. And a long breath out, nice and evenly. Inhale fully, exhale completely. Water is so important to our existence. So maybe after this class, make sure you drink a whole pint of water. It's so important to our health and our joints. All our internal systems rely on us being hydrated. Bring your hands to your heart center and tuning into our watery class today. Take a deep breath in. Om. Welcome. Okay, so take your cushion and let's put it on the mat and sit down on it and bring your legs out nice and long. Just give it a couple of movements into your wrists. Again, no sudden movements or flicks. Try and be easeful, like you're oiling your joints today. Okay, well done. Bend your right leg, bring it out to the side. Still keep your left toes up to the ceiling and then inhale, reach up. And on your exhale breath, draw your lower tummy in and just go to where you can go. Don't be forced or too much today. Okay, we're going to do this 2 more times. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, flow forward. And you may just naturally manage to go a little bit deeper each time. Inhale. And exhale. And then this time, inhale, reach up, stretch up. Take your right arm all the way back behind you. Press into your right shin there, and then lift your hips up. Reach up and over, and then bend your top arm. And let's take some circles, really big circles. So make sure you can feel the movement right up the joint. You could even hold your shoulder here and make sure you're moving right at that joint, making big circles with your elbows in the air. Fluid and delicious. Okay, 1 more big circle there and then bring your booty down. Awesome. Exhale, extend your legs. Stay up on your cushion. I've slipped off mine. Okay, this helps you bring that low back in. All right, bend your left leg. Bring it down. I'm going to do the same thing. You ready? Inhale. Fluidly fold over like a waterfall. Ease it down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, draw down. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, come up. Sweep the left hand back behind you onto the mat. Lift your hips. Reach your arm up. Start with a lovely stretch up and over. Lovely. And then bend the top arm and give it some circles. And like last side, you could take your right hand, put it in your right shoulder, and then imagine you're drawing a big circle with your elbow there in the air. Wonderful. One more circle, yogis. And then replace your bottom. Make sure again it's snuggled onto the cushion here. Again, I've slipped off slightly. And then bend your knees, come into Badaconasana. But we're going to take it more into Omega pose. So bring your heels a little bit further away from your hips. So you've got a diamond shape here in your legs. Hold your shins. Inhale, look up, and making sure you're hinging from the hip joint. Bow over your legs. Again, we're going to do this 3 times. So inhale, look up right to the top of where your wall in front of you or whatever you're looking at. And exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow forwards. Just hold it here again for 3 breaths. And even though you're not moving, you will feel a fluid, liquid quality to your breath. And there is still a movement on your inside. Okay, super. And then inhale, come up. You might need to help your knees. Cross your favourite shin, whichever way you find easier. And then flip over and come onto all fours. I'm going to get rid of that cushion here. Come onto all fours. Remember to spread your hands wide. So we still want to look after alignment, even though we look after something more fluid today. And then walk your knees wide, big toes to touch. Push your booty back and down to child's pose. And then rock up onto all fours. Start to lower your hips. If you've got a bad back, don't go too far, but this will give you a little gentle stretch into the psoas. And exhale, push back. Doing it 3 times again. Inhale, come forward. Just bringing some movement can really help shift some stuff. It's great to have static poses, but also there's benefit in movement and flow. Okay, one more time into child's pose. And then back you come to all fours. Walk your knees in now. You ready for downward facing dog? First one of the day. Pick up your knees, downward dog. Okay, again, walk it out like you're wading through water. Like you're waist deep in the sea or something. Okay, and then come to stillness. Take a deep fluid breath in. Long exhale. And now pick up your left leg behind you, bend it at the knee and open up the hip. So peek underneath your left armpit, root your right heel down, and then inhale, lift the right heel. See if you can lift your left knee higher. Push the right heel down again and lift it again. Down again, lift it again. Lift your left knee higher, higher, higher. Super. And then bend the left knee, bring it in underneath you now. Bend your right knee a little bit as well. And then hook this left foot over to a figure 4 shape. Really bend your right leg so you can stick your booty up and back. You should feel a lovely stretch across the lower back. Great for the hips and lower back, this class. Lift your hips. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. And then slide that left leg down nice and fluidly. Again, walk it out. You can come to child's pose if you want to, if you're feeling more tired today. Stay here or come with me and use the breath. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Blend it into the exhale as you lower through chaturanga. Another inhale to Cobra. And an exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Should we do the other side? Lift your right leg up behind you. Again, bend it at the knee and open up the hip. Try and lift that right knee super high. Peek under your right armpit. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, push your left heel down. Inhale, lift it. And root it. Lift it and root it. Lift your right knee super, super high. And then sweep the right knee in. Bend your left leg a lot to create that shelf on the hip. And come to figure 4. And even though you sort of weight bearing in the arms, this isn't exactly a relaxing pose, is it? But can you stay fluid internally? Forgiving, easeful internally. Take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then this time look up and you're going to sweep this right shin all the way forward and come to pigeon. Work your left toes right back behind the left hip. And then point your foot, no sickling of the ankle, point it straight back. Inhale, come onto your fingertips to start with. A little back bend, again that will get into the left hand psoas a little bit, which, you know, will actually bring relief to your lower back. We tend to shy away from back bends, don't we? But this will bring relief. And then exhale, bow in. Then you're going to feel it probably more in your right hip. So soften your forehead to the back of your hands and just rock your head on the back of your hands there so you get a little bit of massage at the third eye. And open and close your jaw. Often tension at the hips is mirrored with a tense sort of clenched jaw. You may notice that if you grind your teeth. So gurn and move the lower jaw around here. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Sometimes it's nice to hold these poses. So do a restorative class on this channel as well. I'll put one up for you on hips soon. Okay, and then switching out the legs now. So place your hands, ease back to a downward dog. It might need a little bit of a walk out there. And we'll do the left leg pigeon. Okay, so bring the left shin forward, slide it forward. Really be mindful of the back leg so that it's right behind its own hip there. Okay, and then walk it back a little bit more. See how as I get this elongation, that muscle internally gets some length and then it won't pull on my low back so much. So lift up here and you will get the treat of bowing in. One more breath here though. All right, and then bow in and bow down. Again, give your third eye a little rub. Nice long exhale to soften into that hip more. Beautiful, and then come on up, place your hands down. Step your way back to downward facing dog. And as you walk it out, walk your feet to the side of the mat and slightly more to the middle of the mat. So a wide towards the middle. Okay, and then start to bring your booty down. Bring it down, coming to Malasana. So then just rock side to side like a little monkey and manipulate your way round the mat. So you come to the long edge of your mat. Okay, just keep moving. And then hop right the way to the right hand side of your mat, all the way to the edge. Place your hands down. Weight in your right leg. Now extend, wiggle your left leg long. Your right heel will pop up and turn your left toes up. Now, really push your heel down and drag that energy back so that you don't strain your groin here. We can get very tight here. Some of you might be able to stay here long enough to get a bit deeper, maybe even pick up your hands. Then bring your fingertips down, if they're not down already. You ready? And we're going to shift into the other hip. So you can put some weight into your hands. Go slowly if your hips are tighter, up and over into your left hip, the other hip. Okay? Again, see how I've got active feet pushing the heel down and dragging the energy back. So these muscles are actually engaged. I'm going to rotate a couple of times like this. So you can either come at the same pace as me or go much slower. You could even have a chair about here and lean your hands on it. So you might actually be up here. Just do a shift. And maybe each little flow, you'll find you can go a tiny, weeny bit deeper. And you might be going faster than me. You might be going slower than me. All good. So even that up. So finish on your left-hand side. Come to the center now. Parallel your feet. Inhale, look up. Again, you potentially could have a chair here. Exhale, bow in and down. Getting the backs of the legs. Maybe you hold your ankles here, or maybe you just choose to stay on the floor. Again, soften your head, and like I said before, you can get tight in your jaw, so slacken your jaw and make some movement at your jaw here. Lovely, lovely. Okay, and then step towards your right foot. Step your feet wide again. We're going to come back to Malasana. You ready? And see how elegantly you can sit down. I'm not that elegant with this. Down. Bring the soles of your feet together, yogis. Scoot your bottom towards the middle of the mat. So your heels are a little bit away, and let's just lie our way down. If you find yourself very tense here in the inner thigh, then make two fists and put them underneath your bottom. And relax here. Either staying for a few breaths here or elongate your legs into Savasana. Let's take 5 deep breaths together. And obviously you're practicing at home, so you can stay longer. If your legs are still bent like mine, then gently extend them just for one breath with some nice length. And then gently stretch fluid, stretch slowly, stretch out. Bend your knees and roll to your side again. Make it even fluid. Press your hand into the floor in front of you. Ease your way up. So bringing a fluidity and ease, a gentleness to your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.